cold call burnout and wholesaling and how to escape it. Guys, it's Rick Ginn. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 5 techniques. If you're just burnt out of cold calling, you don't want to do it anymore, or you're not getting the results you desire, I'm going to show you how you can easily get wholesaling deals by not actually cold calling. But before I do it, do me this favor. Make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button so other people can find the truth out about wholesaling. I get it. Cold calling burnout is real. It is not easy to do. And full disclosure, I never really did it. Why? At the time, skip tracing just was nowhere near it was right now. It was hard to get phone numbers. And if I'm going to be honest with you, I hate cold calling. I hate when people annoy me on the phones. I know that Zach embraces it, but that has never been my method of operation. And we can debate it till we turn blue, but I'm here to talk to you. Other techniques you can do other than cold calling, and if you've tried cold calling and you've just hit your last brick with it, let's look at these 5 steps. So you don't have to do any more cold calls. So number 1 is texting, but the way I started out texting and the way you do it today is absolutely night and day. You see, this little thing called AI, artificial intelligence, combined with SMS, and the last piece you add to it is having an X Leads account, gives you the ultimate tool to market as many people as you want. Ready for this? For as little as 1 cent per text. It's actually less than that. I'm just rounding it up. But the reality is, if you want to send out 80,000 texts, first of all, you have to go through and set up your systems. You have to get A2P compliance. Remember, these aren't my rules. It's the carrier's rules. And XLeads has a platform where once you go through the protocol to set it up, you get everything registered, you get your phone number done, you get your website done. You have the ability to automatically text people. And you're thinking like, Rick, what's the big deal? Texting's one thing, which is completely scalable, which is awesome for that single wholesale operator mindset, which most of you in. But the really cool part is it takes AI and it will automate the process of reaching out to your leads and tickling them. In fact, not only will it reach out to them, it will have a conversation with them. And the key to this is, like the old days when I started out with SMS, I had to respond to everything instantly. And if you've ever sent out 1,000, 5,000, or you have the luxury of sending out 80,000 texts, you have to get back to them in a very quick amount of time. And your biggest fear is if you did any type of volume, you could never reach back to them fast enough. Now with AI and SMS through XLeads, you can actually automate the process. Now you have to go through and you have to learn the system and you have to comply with the rules. So you can't just go on there and send 80,000 right off the bat. But as you build up your residual in your SMS and you meet the compliance factor, you can easily work up to those numbers. And here's the really cool part. Think about this. If you sent 50,000 texts, which would be more than most of you would send in a year, you can do that in 1 month for under $500. Think about the amount of staff, energy, and here's the best part is AI will actually engage a SMS conversation with your sellers so you can gauge the level of motivation, and that way you can focus on the ones that actually need to sell your property. Let me ask you, with 50,000 texts, do you think there's some lead sitting in there? I assure you it is. And here's the sexy part is you don't have to cold call anyone. This is a completely automated process. The challenge is you have to go through the process and get it set up. If you will take that first 30 days and set up your account correctly, you can do this for as long as XLeads allows you to do it. And you want to talk about if you want to be a single operator and you want to pay a lot of people, you don't want all these cold callers, AI SMS is the way to go. Make sure you get your XLeads account, go over to xleads.com, and you can get set up that for today and be well on your way to avoiding that cold calling burnout. Now, the second one, which is often overlooked, which is going to be bandit signs. And before you freak out, I'm going to give you 2 different versions. Number 1 is the digital bandit signs, which most of you are going to easily gravitate towards you. We teach over at freewholesaling.com. It's all in there. Just go to freewholesaling.com and we show you how to use digital bandit signs in the platforms you're already inside of. So if you're in a Facebook group and say you're an animal lover, cats, dogs, go into the groups you're already organically connected with, and we're going to teach you how to use AI. Yeah, it's that sneaky little word AI again, and show you how you can put a graphic in there. So I give you the example. If I'm a big Miami Hurricanes fan, I love college football and I love joining their groups because who doesn't enjoy college football? Everything the coach is screwing up and all our great new players and the quarterback. And this is a great place. Why? Because I already have trust built up in there. People enjoy talking to me. So now I just have to bridge it. So I call this kind of my Oreo. So I have my group. That's the outside wafer. My inside wafer is my pitch and my offer, and the outside wafer is to make sure everybody feels good. So you get that crunch and softiness. Now, once again, this only works when you don't spam. If you go in there and say, listen, how do you guys think the Hurricanes, I think the Hurricanes are going to win by 2 touchdowns today. I mean, there will be hundreds, if not thousands of comments. I mean, there's a group with hundreds of thousands of people in it. And then what I do, instead of putting in my cheesy post, and by the way, if you have a house you need to get sold quick, I buy them all cash. You can sneak some of those in, but why not use a graphic with a we buy houses within the Miami Hurricanes colors, or you can hold a sign that we buy Miami Hurricane houses as is right there. And the reality is, if you already have that connection, you have an organic connection, you'll be surprised because people won't tear you up. It's actually, they go, oh, you buy houses? That's really cool. I know you're a Miami Hurricanes fan. You must be a good guy. And by using that natural connection we have in our existing groups, we can organically post without putting out these cheesy, spammy, we buy house messages. Now, be creative, be original. There's plenty of art AI software through ChatGPT, Gemini, all the DeepSeek ones, and you can play around with this. And it's a lot of fun. If I had a boat, I could wrap my boat graphic on the side using AI saying, I buy houses all cash, and I put my phone number in there. Guys, the sky's the limit on it. It's absolutely amazing. And here's the best part. It's free. You should take advantage of it. I would also consider doing banded signs, physical banded signs. Go get 10 to 20 signs, put them in the stake on the ground, put them out just before the weekend, like a Thursday night or a Friday afternoon, and hit one area hard. 20 signs in one area. And it's simply going to say, sell your house today. Next line, any condition, any situation. And then the third one is going to be your virtual phone number. Just do it on one side. I could care less what color it is. White works well. Get a black Sharpie marker from one of the big box stores, couple bucks, and you're in business. Here's the key. When you put out those signs, and make sure you answer your phone live, because there's nothing better when they contact you right there. You might as well just qualify them and get it over with. That's how you're going to get your best success. Technique number 3 is simple email. If you have an XLeads account, you already get the contact's email information if it's readily available. And when you get that email, it's gold. Now, once again, go over to xleads.com, make sure you have an account. And when you have an XLeads account, I want you to look up our EOG system, which is our email offer generator. Now, you have to go through the protocol and register your email. You're better off using an authentic domain name other than a Gmail or a Hotmail, because you'll avoid spam folders. You can actually get it registered and bypass all that junk that filters out your mail. But here's the really cool part. What about sending your prospects an email offer? Maybe the deal fell through. We can use the email offer generator inside of XLeads, and we can send an email. Here's the really cool part. You can see when they open it up. You can put a number and an offer on there. You can tie all your data in from your Go High Level account through XLeads, and you can use this information. And guys, this is what I call offline marketing. So when you're sleeping, you can send these emails out, get them to work, and hopefully you get a response by the morning in your email account, or better yet, you get a phone call. What better way than to tickle an old lead or even a new lead and put in an email campaign? Now, you're going to have volume to make this work, but guys, email still is a valid way to get a hold of people. If you use XLeads and you set up your email properly, and you don't use like a spam email like a Gmail or a Hotmail, you can easily penetrate. And guys, you can send like 30,000 emails in a month. And keep in mind, if you have an odd schedule, this is a great way to do what we call offline marketing. So when you're sleeping, you can send these out, and you are kind of double dipping. So maybe you cold call during the day, and then before you go to bed, you send an email and you try to tickle up some new offers. Why not? Why would email be any different from cold calling? You just have to have a system that you can systematically send it out, and through AI and through XLeads, you can integrate the AI and send out automated emails. So make sure everybody in your database is getting a follow-up email, so you have a shot at getting a great wholesaling deal. Now, coming in at number 4 is direct mail. Now, this is not a strategy you want to start out doing, but if you have just hit the wall with cold calling, I would seriously consider it. Now, you're probably going to invest a little bit more money up front, but here's the key to direct mail. You have to commit to it for at least 3 months. Why? Because mail is a little bit slow, because we go through the U.S. Postal Service. We're going to send out a postcard. I like to do an offer postcard. We create one inside of XLeads, and you can actually create it inside there. Because listen, direct mail is for those that are confident in talking to sellers, have done some deals, put them them under their belt. And once again, just like I'm going to say with bandit signs, you have to answer the phones live. Why? Because it makes an incredible impression on the person calling you. And honestly, if they leave a message, you're going to spend days, if not weeks, chasing them down. Just answer the phone live, either you, one of your associates, a family member. It makes a tremendous difference. The other reason why I love direct mail, it's extremely scalable. And honestly, if you have a full-time job and you're tied up, it's not a bad strategy. Now, I already told you it's a 3-month. On average, when you do direct mail, it's usually at least a $3,000 investment per month. But here's the good news is, if you can stomach that for 90 days and come up with a marketing action plan, you can do some incredible damage with it. Why? Because it is a way to scale your business without overcomplicating your business. And if you're busy during the day, say you have a full-time job, and you can get someone to answer the phones and provide you leads, you can return them in the evening, you can get a lot of business done. And in the beginning, you usually get a 2 times return on your money. So if you spent $3,000, you should be able to get $6,000 back. But remember, it's not an overnight success. It takes 90 days to build momentum. You have to be very eager to talk to your sellers, because I don't want the pressure of you spending money and not getting a return because you don't want to talk to sellers. If you haven't done a deal, I wouldn't start with this one. But if you're short on time and you're brave enough to do cold calling and you have the budget for direct mail, it is a great alternative. Someone like myself, I get a 5 to 8 times return on my investment in direct mail. What does that mean? If I spend $5,000 a month, I usually get back $25,000 to $30,000 for what I spend. So I don't look at direct mail as an expense. I look at it as an opportunity cost. And if I make an investment into this, I should get my return. So if I can just get you to a 2 times return to get your money back and a return, imagine doing 5 to 8 times return on direct mail. The only people that get that are the ones that are wildly consistent and understand, if I'm consistent every month and I create a marketing plan, I will have success every month. Some months better than other, but it will work out over a 1-year plan. If you want to do direct mail, commit to it. Join a program like joinm2m.com. We walk you through, hold your hand through it, set up a marketing plan. Yes, you're going to have to spend some money. It's more than the average, but this is for the person that's short on time, that is fantastic on the phone. Don't forget about direct mail, especially if you can't stand cold calling. Which leads us to number 5, which is our last one, where you can actually outsource your cold calling. Now, we have a program called joinm2m.com. It's as low as $215 a month, but you've got to be able to commit money to do marketing, at least $500 a month. You're also going to have to pay for someone to do these cold calls for you. We have a program called Cold Dial, where basically it runs about $807 to set it up. That's a full-time cold caller all month. And honestly, if you don't have time, if you could go get overtime or more work, you might as well work a few extra hours in your job and pay for that cold caller to do it for you. Here's the really cool part. The leads are delivered into your X Leads account. They're uploaded on a daily basis, and it only runs you $4.50 an hour to get an experienced cold caller. Now, we don't make any money off that. We just pass the savings on to you. If that's of interest to you, make sure you reach out to joinm2m.com, because if you hate cold calling like me, why not outsource it? Now, you're responsible for the list, and we'll help you cultivate the list. If you want to learn more how to do that, go over to joinm2m.com. And if you hate cold calling, we can outsource it. You can switch to direct mail. We can do the SMS plus the AI campaign, or we can simply do email or digital bandit signs or physical bandit signs. Guys, you have a plethora of opportunities. And if you're experiencing cold call burnout, or you just don't want to cold call just like Rick did when he went through wholesaling, then work through one of these other 5 techniques I just taught you right here. Guys, the key is just do tons and tons of marketing. I love cold calling, but I get it. It does get old, especially doing it by yourself. And the last thing I want you to do is go out there and do it by yourself, because you don't know how to train cold callers. You don't know what to pay them. You don't know how to run the KPIs. And if you're going to do that, I strongly suggest you entering a program like joinm2m.com, and you can have it outsource, upload the leads. That does not excuse you from doing other marketing channels like probates, evictions, pre-foreclosures, and tax delinquency. You have got to 10x your effort and get as much volume as you can, especially when you're starting out, to get the best wholesale deal. So guys, let me know in the comments which of these techniques you're going to use. And I do apologize if you're suffering from cold call burnout. It's real. Even cold callers suffer from it. We got to rotate them out. So let's look at options that will actually make you happy and have you push the needle towards progress in wholesaling. Guys, if you got value from this video, do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button so other people can find the truth out about wholesaling. This is Rick Ginn. I'll see you in the next video.